Welcome back to Gears of War, the board game. I made an error in the last episode, so I'm just going to correct it at the moment. Basically, Marcus had moved and shot with the torque bow weapon. You're not allowed to do that. Basically, it says right on the card, you may not attack with this weapon and move during the same turn. So he wasn't able to do that. Let's go adjust the weapon tokens. They are adjusted the way they should be, and I'll just explain it, and then we'll get right back. All right, so basically what happened is I had taken a token off the torque bow, used it when I was not able to use it. So this should have had 2 tokens on it, and then what I'm going to rule is I'm going to say we would have used the Lancer Assault Rifle instead. So this had had 3, it would have 2 taken off. He used the Lancer Assault Rifle later in the episode, which then would have left this with 1 token on it, 2 on the torque bow. He used Scavenge to get 1 token back, and in the video I put the token on the torque bow, but it would have had 2 on it, so we're going to put the ammo back on the assault rifle. So basically how this sits right now is correct. The only thing we did make an error of is I rolled 5 black dice instead of rolling 4, because I used this, I couldn't have used this weapon. So he didn't hit or do any damage anyway, so we're just going to say he used the Lancer Assault Rifle. It's a little bit extra juice on that one overshot. Anyway, let's get back to the game. It's Marcus's turn, and let's have a look here. Marcus has 1, 2, 3, 4. He has 6 cards, and so he's only able to draw 1 extra card this time. And we're going to have to think pretty carefully now what we want to do. We have the toughest characters right beside us. And so I'm just going to have to review these cards and then come back with Marcus's decision on what he's going to do. All right, Marcus has decided that being up close and personal to these butchers is not a great idea. He is going to play Roadie Run. And it basically just says move up to 5 areas. So he can smoke along very quickly. Now, Dominic here is also going to play a card. He's going to play the active reload card with this follow symbol on it. So he can tag along with Marcus while Marcus runs full speed. So they're basically going to be moving together. And you can move through models. They don't block your passage. And so Marcus is going to move 5 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And Marcus here is going to duck into cover. And Dominic is going to follow along with him. So what we have here now is Marcus in cover, Dominic here not in cover, but we've blown by the 2 butcher guys pretty well. So let's hope that paid off, of course, because now it's AI time. So the AI for Marcus on his turn is going to be, it's going to be the Butcher. So it was a good thing we got away from him. It says if all cog figures are 3 or more movement away. Well, 1, 2, no, 2. So we're going to do an otherwise. Move 1 area toward the nearest cog figure. The locust then attacks each cog figure in its own area. Okay, so we blew by them, and they're now going to be lumbering after us. So they're going to be coming after us. So this one's going to move 1 space here. This one's going to move 1 space there. So I guess they're really hulking characters. We streaked by them, and they couldn't really do much about it. And that's good, because we want to actually get into these special areas here on the board, possibly even get to this door, see what's going on. And I might as well mention this area right here. If we can get there and spend a card, you can discard this card and draw 2 random weapon cards, keep 1 with 2 ammo, and discard the other one. So that can give us a weapon card if we get down here. All right, up next, Dominic. Dominic's got 1, 2, 3, 4 cards, so he's going to be able to draw 2, so he's going to be right up to full health now. He drew Assault and he drew Sit Tight. And so, again, we're going to have to review the cards and come back with Dominic's card. All right, Dominic is going to play Advance, and Advance basically says perform 1 attack, and then after you do that you can move up to 3 areas. Now I keep forgetting Dominic's special ability is he can move 1 additional area. He hasn't been, and I haven't really been keeping track of that, but he can move 1 additional area either before he performs any action on the card, or if he does one attack, he can move an area, then he can move 3, or he could move one area, perform an attack, move 3. So he's got a little flexibility on movement. But he's not going to be using his extra movement, or actually, in fact, this makes perfect sense. He is going to use his special ability. And so he can move one additional area when you resolve an order card at any point before or after an action on the card. So before we perform one attack, Dominic is going to step out into the hallway here. And he's not going to bother going in cover because he's going to move 3. And he's going to perform one attack against this guy. He has he actually has 2 ammunition on the Scorcher. So he's going to spend 1 ammunition from the Scorcher and perform the attack on that 1 Butcher. And by doing so, that's going to allow him 4 attack dice. The Butcher, of course, can never go in cover. He's going to have 2 defense dice. So that's going to be our dice pool. Let's see what Dominic can do against the Butcher. All right, so Dominic rolling 4 attack dice. The Butcher rolling 2 defense. Come on, let's get something good. And I think that, whoops, that was a omen symbol. All right, let's have a look here. The Scorcher says, wow, okay, so we got that. It still has 1 on it, so let's take a quick look at this if it'll focus. So we got an omen symbol. Ignore all defense dice. That is excellent. Not quite enough to kill him, so we ignore all defense dice. So these defense dice just go away. But we did only do 3 damage, and of course the Butchers have 4 hit points. But that's enough to put a damage token, and we use boomer damage tokens, onto the Butcher. These guys don't drop weapons either because they are melee guys. So let's go to the board and take a look at that. So I put the damage token under this Butcher, so that's good. Now he still has 2 hit points left here because he's damaged. That's still quite a bit. Now Dominic, that was his attack, and on advance, now he can move up to 3 areas. And so Dominic's going to go 1, 2, 3, and he's going to pop into cover here. And this has a question mark on it. And I don't know if he's going to bother picking up the weapon, because he still has ammunition on all of his weapons. Boy, I don't know. This is a tough decision. Or whether he should leave the weapon gathering up to Marcus. I got to think about this for a second. He has quite a few. He has 5 cards. Marcus has more cards. I think we're going to let Marcus get down here and get that weapon if possible. So, yep, that was Dominic's turn. So now it's time for the AI. So let me readjust the camera. We'll do the AI. Right, so up next is the Dominic's turn. It's the AI goes. And this time it's Palace Guard. Well, we don't have any Palace Guard. If a cog figure is within in 4 range, well, there's no Palace Guard. Otherwise, move 3 areas toward their... if no Palace Guards are in play, draw another AI card. So, we just ignore that one, and we draw another one. This time we get Grenadiers. We don't have any... so if no Grenadiers are in play, draw a new AI card. And you can burn through these AI cards very quickly. And up next we have a general event, and that is Unstoppable Charge. Each locust moves 1 area toward the nearest cog figure, then each player spawns 1 locust A at the emergence hole nearest him. Guard reactions may not be used while resolving this card. Then you draw a new AI, so this is bad. So basically every locust moves 1 area towards the cogs. Well, we can do that pretty easily. The damage guy here is going to move in here, 1. This one's going to move down here, 1. The unfortunate part now is we have to draw a locus A, which is going to be the Flame Grenadiers, for each... let's see here. Each player spawns a locus A at the emergent hole nearest him. So we're going to get 2 Flame Grenadiers. And they're both going to appear at this hole, and they do jump into cover. So they come pouring out of here. Ooh, we're in a tight spot now. He probably should have picked up the weapon. And not only on top of that, it now says, draw a new AI card. Hi-yi-yi. All right, so Draw another AI card, and it's another Palace Guard card. If it's within one, otherwise. If no Palace Guards are in play, draw a new AI card. Well, this was the last AI card, so you'll have to give me a minute here to reshuffle the entire AI deck. And all right, I've reshuffled the complete AI deck. And what do we get now? Oh boy, Flame Grenadiers. If a cog figure is within line of sight, both of them are. Move 2 areas toward the nearest cog figure within line of sight, then attack a cog figure within 1 range. Yeah, that is going to mess us over big time. We can't play tricks this time with that AI card. So basically, the Flame Grenadiers, they're within 1 of each. You cannot cross these blue lines, though. You can see over them, shoot over them, but you cannot pass through them. So they're going to move 1 closer to the nearest cog. Well, it's too bad we couldn't get away with this, but they're going to move over here, closest to Marcus, who is in cover, but his cover doesn't mean anything now. And I think we're going to take a preemptive shot with Dominic. He's going to use the Flamer across here at 1 space. So as they're starting to move out of here, this one's going to get shot at by Dominic. Dominic here then Dominic does not have a card to do a preemptive strike. So we're going to have Marcus do it. And Marcus is going to have to spend one of his cards. He'll spend the teamwork card with the symbol on it to take a preemptive shot at least one of them. Well, it doesn't matter. Let's put them both in here. He's going to preemptively shoot at one of them before they get to shoot at him. So he spent the card, and he is not moving right now. He's doing a preemptive shot, and it's not his turn. So I'm pretty sure he can use the torque bow. It just says you may not attack with this weapon and move during the same turn. Well, it's Dominic's turn right now, and he's just using it as a preemptive shot, and it says nothing that you cannot use this weapon preemptively. So he's going to spend an ammunition on it. He's going to make darn sure takes this guy down. So he's going to get 5 attack dice, and these guys, of course, only have 2 defense. So let's do that preemptive attack right now before they get to fire on Marcus. Or on, yes, on Marcus. Okay, here we go. Marcus doing a preemptive strike with the torque bow. 5 attack dice, and let's see what we can do. I do believe he has blown that one guy away. So the omen symbol, or maybe not. Oh no, don't even tell me. No, I think it's going to work. They have 1 defense blocking 1 attack. The omen symbol just means that any double attacks don't count, or double defense dice don't count. So this one's going to block this one. It's still going to leave 2 damage left over, and the 2 damage left over is enough to take out the 2 hit points for one of these guys. Let's go to the board. And so he preemptively took out one of the Flame Grenadiers, but the other one will get to shoot at him. But let's go to the board and deal with it. All right, so what's happened here is one of the 2 got shot by Marcus before they could get in position and fire at him. And of course, yeah, we have to take one of these tokens, flip it over. Nope, did not drop a weapon that time. Okay, so gone, but we do need to put one of these ammunition tokens in here. And we can pick that up later that'll put 3 of 4 on our stage 1. Unfortunately now this Flame Grenadier gets to shoot at Marcus, and I don't even know if Marcus has any defense. He does not have any defense cards, so this could get ugly because the Flame Grenadiers are going to roll 4 black dice. Marcus only gets to roll 1 red die, so let's get to the tray and do that. Okay, this could be very bad. Let's see what happens. Well, not as bad as we thought. He got 3 omen symbols and only 1 damage. And the omen symbols for these guys just mean that it targets all cog figures in that space. So wow, we got off very lucky. However, Marcus will need to discard one of his cards, and he has... I think he's just going to get rid of the dig in card. So that still leaves him 4 cards. He's still pretty healthy, so he got away from that one pretty lucky. Whew, that was a long turn there. Up next, of course, Marcus. Marcus has 4 cards. He gets to draw 2. Oh, that's the wrong card. He gets to draw 2 order cards. All right, he draws Scavenging, Explore, Cover Fire. Let's see, what do we want? I think he's going to play Pummel. We've got to pound these guys into the ground. So he's going to play Pummel, which says perform up to 2 attacks. That is what Marcus is going to do. And the first, and he's not moving, so he can use the torque bow. And I do believe he's going to spend 1 ammunition, his last ammunition on the torque bow, and he's going to attack this guy right here. And that is the damaged Butcher with 2 hit points. Now he's going to get to roll 5 attack dice. The Butcher, of course, only has 2 defense. So let's see if that's going to pay off. All right, Marcus is unloading on the Butcher. Maybe, possibly. Can he do 2 damage? I do believe so. The 2 defense blocks the 2 damage, but we only needed 2 damage left to take out that Butcher. Excellent. So that's the first attack. So let's go to the board and deal with that. So the damaged Butcher here only had 2 health left. Now they don't drop weapons, these guys. They just go away. But I am so glad we got rid of that. I had to spend that ammunition to do it, but hey, there it is. So for Marcus's second attack, he's going to use the special ability of the Lancer Assault Rifle, which is the chainsaw ability. It's going to move him out of cover when he's finished, but it's going to allow him to roll 5 attack dice because of his special ability getting +1 die. And he's in the same area as the Flame Grenadier. The Flame Grenadier not in any cover. Well, they're in the same space anyway. Only going to roll 2 defense dice. So let's get rolling that one, and then I'll just move Marcus out of cover here. Oh, and I forgot. We should have dropped an ammunition. One of the tokens down here, because whenever we defeat an enemy, they drop one. Okay, Marcus. Gonna pound on, or saw him up. Let's get to rolling. So Marcus taking no prisoners this turn. And he rolls an Omen. And an Omen on the chainsaw attack is a kill. So this guy has been killed. And we just tilt down a little bit here. Excellent. That's going to drop another ammunition token there, and now he's out of cover. That is the end of Marcus's order turn. At the end of the order turn, you can pick up 1 ammo token and put it on the stage 1 card. So now we have 3 out of 4 there. So that is exactly almost what we need. 1 more, and we're going to be able to flip that card over, search for the stranded stage 1, and see what happens. Well, that's the end of that. Of course, the unfortunate part is we need to do the AI's turn. So let's adjust the camera and do that right. Well, Marcus cleaned house there, but it is now the AI's turn. And what do we get here? Butchers. All right. If all cog figures are 3 or more movement away, 1, 2, 3. Yes, they are. Move 2 areas toward the nearest cog figure. Well, that's it. So these Butchers are trying to close with us. So 1, oh, hang on. Yes, 1, 2. Oh, I'm sorry. That is not correct. They are not all 3 away. This is only 1, 2 spaces away. So let me reread this card again. Otherwise, move 1 area toward the nearest cog figure. The locust then attacks each cog figure in its own area. Well, it's only going to move 1 then. So it's going to move from here into here. So up close and personal, almost, but not quite. That's the end of Marcus's complete turn. Up next, Dominic. And let's see, let's get right into it. Dominic has 1, 2, 3, 4, has 5 cards. He gets to draw 1 more order card. Whoop, I keep pulling off the wrong deck. Apologize. He grabs a Pummel card. So let's take a look at his cards here. I'll take a look at them and he's going to come back and choose one. Dominic has chosen, and he has chosen Pummel. Perform up to 2 attacks. So that's what he's going to do. He's also going to use his special ability, which means he can move 1 space before or after. So he's going to move 1 space over here. And I'm not going to pick up the weapon first, then move, and there's a reason for this. He's going to move one space. He's going to perform 2 attacks. This first attack is he's going to use his only bolo grenade. So he's throwing a grenade. It has a range of 2. So 2 spaces, 1, 2. He can throw it into this room with the butcher. Does 4 attack dice, and that's it. It just does 4 attack dice, and it would cave in a hole or a spawn point, but we're not worried about that. We just want to be rolling 4 attack dice. Butcher gets 2 defense, so let's go to the tray and roll up that. Okay, we are dumping the firepower on these guys. All right, here's the grenade attack. Whoops, that goes flying across the board, and it ends up being a defense. Darn it. But let's see, did we damage this guy? I think we might have damaged him. This would just mean, the omen symbol would mean if there was a spawn point, it would cave it in. Those dice don't mean anything. That doesn't mean anything. But we have 2 damage and 1 defense. So we managed to put a damage or a wound onto him, so he will become wounded. Excellent. So let's go ahead and do that. That was attack. All right, well, he managed to damage this guy with a grenade. So we're going to go ahead and mark him as damaged. He only has 2 hit points left now. However, Dominic does get to shoot again, and this time he's going to use the snub pistol, and he's going to spend the ammunition token on it to get 3 dice. And it has a range of 3, so there's no problem there. And line of sight, you can see right through into that room. So let's go ahead and do that. We're going to be doing 3 black attack dice, 2 defense dice, and let's see if we can get 2 damage on him and take him out. All right, here is the snub pistol attack. Let's hope we can take this guy down. And I think we just did it. Oh, that was just awesome. All right. 3 hits, 3 damage, only 1 defense. That's going to leave 2 damage, and that's all the hit points that that butcher had left. So let's go to the board and clean that off. Okay, good job. So he knocks, basically hits him with a grenade, snipes him off with a pistol. The butcher is gone, and we're going to put another bullet token down there. Dominic does not end his order phase, though, in a space with a bullet token, so we're not going to add that 4th token to the search for the stranded stage 1 card yet. That's probably going to happen in our next episode. Okay, that is the end of Dominic's order phase. Up next is the AI phase, and that's going to end off this very long episode. Right, so we're going to draw the AI card for Dominic, and it's a general event. It just says escort each locust B. Well, we don't have any locust at all on the board. Each locust B moves 3 areas toward you. Each time a locust B moves, locust A or C moves along B to the new area. Each locust B that did not move attacks a cog figure in his own space. Then draw a new AI card. Well, this is a good time for this one because we don't have any locust on the board, but we do need to draw a new AI card. And here it is. And this is a butcher card. We don't have any butchers. If no locust C are in play, draw a new AI card. Well, we just keep drawing cards so we get something that applies. Unstoppable charge. Each locust moves an area. Then each player spawns 1 locust A at the emergence hole nearest him. Guard reactions may not be used. So this is the bad one. We have to spawn 2 flame grenadiers at the spawn point closest to us, and that, of course, is right here. Didn't we just have that? So now we have 2 flame grenadiers, and we need to draw another AI card. Oh my goodness. And of course it's a flame grenadier one. If 1 or more flame grenadiers are in play, yes, there. Move each grenadier 2 area toward the nearest cog figure. Each grenadier then attacks a cog figure within 1 range. I don't like the sound of that. So it moves 2 areas toward the nearest cog figure. Wow. And I think we're going to be doing a preemptive or 2 or 1 anyway for sure. So this one's going to move here, and it will jump into cover. This one's going to move here. Now, we have to get a preemptive shot off on, or preemptive strike off on one of these guys, I'm pretty sure. And unfortunately, Dominic here does not have any cards that allow him to do it, but Marcus does. So Marcus is going to use, he's going to use cover fire. It has the symbol on it. He's going to spend that card. he is going to do a preemptive strike again on one of these Flame Grenadiers. Now, for his preemptive attack, he's going to use his Lancer Assault Rifle. He's in the same zone, so instead of an attack, choose a locust in your area. So he's going to get to roll 4 attack dice, +1 for the special, his special ability getting to use +1. So he's going to be rolling 5 attack dice against two of the ones special, their defense. So it's going to be 5 black versus 2 red defense. Let's roll the dice, see if Marcus can pick off at least one of these guys before they get back. Let's see if Marcus can pick them off before he can do anything. Come on! He rolled the Omen symbol, which is an insta-kill. He takes down one of them. All right, so Marcus, once again, just takes one of these guys down. No problem. Do they drop a weapon? That is a question. No, they don't. That's too bad. Anyway, we're going to add another ammunition marker there. But unfortunately, this Grenadier is going to attack Marcus. Or hang on, no, it does say, let me reread that again. I think it's within 1. Each Grenadier then attacks a cog figure within 1 range. Well, Marcus here is within 1 range, so this Grenadier is going to attack Marcus because Marcus is going to get 3 defense dice, 1 for natural defense and 2 for being in complete cover compared to him. So it's going to be 4 black attack dice versus Dominic's 3 defense. So let's roll the Flame Grenadier attacking Dominic in full cover. Come on, do some defense. Wow, that's a lot of carnage happening here. What do we have? Well, a double hit is defended by a double defense, and 2 single hits defended by 2 single defense. Wow, so Dominic is going to lose 1 card. That was good. So let's see. What does he want to do? I think he's going to get rid of the dig in. That's going to be his 1 damage. That still leaves him 4 cards. And that concludes that. So let's just look at the board situation here. And that is going to be the end of the episode. Wow, that's a long episode. Well, it was certainly a long episode. There was certainly a lot of carnage happening, but it's over now. All right, so we're going to pick it up in the next episode. So this is Gears of War, the board game. We're playing the expansion card mission, the first mission called Search for the Stranded. We have 3 tokens on the Stage 1 card. We need 4 of these tokens here, and then we're going to be able to flip the card over and see what happens next. So far we're doing pretty okay, I think. But anyway, thanks so much for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for liking my videos if you do. Join me next time for the continuing playthrough of Gears of War, the board game, complete 2-player playthrough. Thanks.